webcasting for a worldwide audience.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Radio Lewes, where the music matters. It's his Thursday Live. It's Ty, and there's no Ben. It's John.
It is. It's me.
It is. I think Ben's run off with a sailor.
He hasn't.
Yeah,
has
he said something about he's going to sea. Should we start off with a nice little track?
Let's go with some music.
I ain't having that, John.
I better put my headphones back on
then. Back on. That start was very, very poor.
That was a very poor start, yeah.
And now, children, we'll have some music. Oh, dearie dear. That was Queen with Misfire.
This is
which
a calamity.
Which, beginning of the show was a misfire. I can't... That's it. I can hear you now.
Yes, that's better. I can hear you.
Somebody's been knob twiddling in here. And
yeah.
The preparation was very, very poor on my part as we hit the door at 10 to 6.
One of the buttons
10 to 10,
was...
not even 10 to 6.
One of the buttons was off, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I didn't check, so it's my fault, listener.
I know.
So we got the normal gig guide, which is very, very short this week because obviously we're near the end of the month. So as I just said to John, don't put your readers on yet. It's not a lot to read. We got a good playlist.
I'm trying to work out where that comes from.
I can't
remember. There's nothing to read. It's either a job interview or it's when you're at school that someone says, "No, don't worry, there's no reading."
There's no reading, don't use your glasses.
I used to love the reading at school. I did. I always wanted to read everything out. I did, really.
Yeah.
And the teachers at school knew it, I think, that I loved it, because I must have. I didn't realise that being a little kid, that I was obviously pushing myself forward too much. So they wouldn't let me. No, I know. They used to just basically choose someone else in the class.
Sit down, Jonathan.
I know, I used to get really put out, and I think I thought to myself, why won't you choose me? I want to do it.
Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
See, frustration.
Yep. Well, there was no Thursday Live last week.
I noticed that.
Yeah, and it was a very poor show on all our parts. One told one that they weren't going to do it, and the other one said he couldn't do it, and the other one said he'll do it and didn't do it. So nothing was done.
So between one and one,
nothing was done. There was out. But some of the playlist I've kept for this week.
Excellent.
And this one was on it because last week the lead singer of the Cars died, and I liked the Cars. And this is Best Friend's Girl.
Dancing down the street with your sway blue eyes. Every new boy that you meet, he doesn't know the real surprise.
was the Mighty Cars from 1978 with Best Friend's Girl from their very first album.
And you were just telling me a little bit about the Cars.
Yeah, they were produced. Their early albums were produced by Roy Thomas Baker, who's Queen's producer, and that's why I liked them, because it's that close harmony. You know, sounds a bit like Queen in America.
Yeah, that's right. But what you said was quite interesting. Was when you said it was they were described as. I sound incredibly dumb here, but anyway, pop punk. Yeah. So therefore, because a lot of these groups did have to straddle that. Yeah. And so there's always like the media images. Punk comes along, everything. 100% or 90% turns to punk with certain things on the periphery of it. It's not actually true, is it? No, it's not at all.
Oh, when they first appeared, they looked a bit like Blondie, where they've got the black suits and the tie, you know, black shirt, white tie, you know, all that malarkey. Yeah. And the other group that was around the same time that should have been huge but weren't was the Knack with My Sharona.
My Sharona,
massive song. Couldn't follow it up.
That's right.
Listen to. They made 2 albums and they are awful.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're really, really bad.
Yeah, I know
sorry
they
if Mr. Hack's listening.
Oh, yeah, because, of course, doesn't one of them live locally? Is that right?
Yeah, Nick. Nick Knack.
Oh, okay, Nick Knack. Okay.
Oh, I'm on fire today.
You are?
I am. I don't know what that.
In fact, if you look, you actually are.
Yeah, we'll
Stop smoking, boy. There you are. Back to class.
So... yeah, should we play another record before we do a...
We can, and then after that we could do the gig guide if you want.
We can indeed. I've got a treat for you now. 7-minute treat this is.
This means it's got to be David Bowie.
No, it's not. Oh. No. I've started watching on Netflix a program called Ozark.
One for me that I haven't heard.
But there was a track that opens it up, and I'm going, oh, I like this. And I thought, well, I wonder who it is. And then, duh.
Because I've got my Netflix. I've only had it for 2 months and I'm in heaven. I'm sort of watching things. Ozark. We should talk about that in a second, but we'll play this. It was by the Rolling Stones, and I totally forgot about it. And it's Can You Hear Me Knocking?
Yeah, you got
That was the Rolling Stones from Sticky Fingers.
And I'm okay with that. I knew who that was.
What a funky little track that is. And we were saying, I totally forgot it was about that track.
Because I'm going for my hat trick of not knowing who people are today.
Oh, yes.
So my first track was the first one today. I didn't know who that was.
What a corker that was, wasn't it?
And then in the shop.
Yeah. Oh, who's this side? It was only Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. It was from a very obscure album. Was it Houses of the Holy?
Houses of the Holy, yeah.
And I've got it.
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was.
No, I ain't got a clue.
I thought it was Greta Van Fleet.
Oh, no. See, the ways of Greta.
Oh, no, it's dreadful.
Yes, and then you didn't know who this was.
No, I didn't know that.
Ain't got a clue.
No.
Didn't know the Queen was.
No.
Why are you here?
I don't know, really. I've absolutely no idea.
Come on, put your readers on.
Let's do some reading.
He's going to put his readers on now.
Some homework.
Oh, yes, do some homework.
Right.
Good guide.
So, here we go. And we start with Friday, the 27th. And we start with the music of Pink Floyd at the All Saints Centre, 7 p.m, £20. That sounds really, really good. But you'd expect me to say that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
You all right? You're nodding off
I was
again.
just thinking about the music of Pink Floyd.
I know I did it last time. Oh, look, I could read the whole advert out. Oh, Dark Side of the Moon. There's everything on there. Another brick in the wall. I'll tell you, it's all on there. Yeah. But the bit I like is after a list of about 6... and much more. So there you go. That's good for you. And then the same night, Friday the 27th, the Cursed Sons, Stomping Backwards Americana. That's at the Con Club, 8 p.m, and that's free.
Yeah, I always ask about that, Stomping Backwards.
Yeah, what do you think of it?
It must be hard, mustn't it?
It must be a really tricky thing to do, and that's why they're cursed, I suppose.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah. I made a little joke.
Well done.
Now, Saturday the 28th, Noble Jacks, that's folk at Chiddingly Village Hall, 7 p.m, £12. Chiddingly Village Hall. That brings back some memories for me.
Oh, I don't want to know.
You really don't, actually. Seriously, if you knew what I was thinking, you'd be glad you didn't know
grief.
them. Then John Crampton, Foot Stomping Blues, that's at the Lansdowne, 8 p.m, and that's free.
Hey, I like that price.
Yeah. And finally on Saturday the 28th of this month, Coils. Here we go. Lewes's very own supergroup at the Lamb, 8:30 p.m, free. Have you managed to find out anything more?
No, I haven't found out anything.
But what I would say is the fact that we draw attention to it and mention it every single time may well be...
good bit of advertising.
That's working very well. And there you go. Then 2 more. Now, the Sunday the 29th, Stuart Bly of the Big Blue, and that's Sundays in the Bar, and that's Blues at the Con Club, 3:30, and that's free. And finally, on Monday, and I always think that's strange going out on a Monday, but I know I said that last time. It's just I never think of going out on a Monday night. Simon Savage, Terry Seabrook, Simon Thorpe and Spike Wells. That's Jazz at the Snowdrop, 8 p.m, and that is also free.
Good prices.
Indeed.
I'll play another track, shall I?
Yes,
Let's have a
indeed.
bit of 10cc, shall we?
I know that.
Drumbees and a humdrum ways. 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 Hey kids, let me tell you how I met your mom. We were dancing and romancing at the senior prom. It was no infatuation, but a gradual graduation. From a boy to a man, let me tell you while I can, the soda pop came free. Hey sis, one kiss and I was heaven bound. Now who would have guessed Milton's Paradise Lost could be found? But in the eyes of the dean, his daughter was doing what she shouldn't have oughta. But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. The consequence should be church belfry swells, the dean, his daughter, and me. They were dating in the park, they were smooching in the dark of a doorway for two. She whispered, I love you. Ooh, you know I never felt this way before. Ooh, you know the elevator in my heart has gone AWOL, AWOL. Your head goes round and round, round and round and round and round and round and round and round. I'm throwing myself off this train.
Do you know what?
I haven't got my headphones on yet.
I've never done a radio show with somebody that's come with notes.
Well, I have, but no, I haven't come with notes. What I've come?
Oh, no, it's a shopping list.
No, I've written a couple of bits down that occur to me because I forget them if I don't, and then I'm on the bus on the way back to Uckfield. I know, don't say that.
I like Uckfield.
I know you do.
I do.
I always think of it as a twin town to this.
Do you?
Yeah, although it's not on the board.
No. We'll go round afterwards with a paint pot.
Yeah,
with Lewes.
well, that's a nice idea. Yeah, that's vandalism. You can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm on the bus on the way home.
Yeah.
I've nearly done it again, haven't I? And I've forgotten what I thought. Oh no, I know what I was going to say, and I didn't say it. So that's why I've written it down.
This is your moment.
So I'm going to say the bit I wrote down.
£10 of King Edwards.
No. Oh, yeah, it does say that. Marjorie will kill me if I forget them. No. No, I must remember them. Right. Why is there... I always think it's very summery in here. By that, I mean summer.
Right.
Not summering up, but
Yeah.
nice and summer-like.
Yeah.
And I realise why it is today. Because when you go into the loo, there's a deck chair on the ceiling. What is that there for?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that ruined that then. That wasn't much, was it? I didn't expect that response.
And to be quite honest with you,
Yeah.
I never noticed.
Yeah, there is.
In all the years I've been coming here, I've never noticed a deck chair on the loo.
Yeah, no, not on the loo. It's on the ceiling. There is, like the bit, you know the canvas bit in the deck chair?
Yeah.
That's on the
It
ceiling.
could be that there's nowhere else to put it.
So you hang it on the ceiling.
Yeah.
This world is getting surreal. Really odd.
Oh, it can't get much worse. I shall give you a gig guide.
Oh, I thought I'd done that.
No, these are ones that I'm selling tickets for.
Oh, excellent.
My very Emporium down in Station Street. Now, they're all in October,
Indeed.
which is next week. On the 15th, we've got Total Stone Roses, which is a tribute band to the Stone Roses. Not on the 15th. Started that off well, didn't I? It's £15 on the 11th. On the 20th of October, Polecats.
Oh, right, I recall them.
John and Manny Dancing, they did.
Yeah, they did.
£18 a ticket. I've got 2 tickets left. That is it. 2. And then November. So we got rid of October quite quickly. Soon be Christmas. It's only, what was it, 90 days? Iguana Bats on the 2nd of November at 18 quid. Then the 10th, we've got the Wooden Tops at 15 quid. And there is no booking fee at my Emporium. You come down and you pay face value for the ticket.
Very good bargain.
There you go. That's that done.
That's excellent.
Job's a good one.
Okay.
I've had a couple of songs going around in my head this week, and this is one of them. It's the Kinks.
From the dew-soaked hedge creeps a curly caterpillar. Well, the dawn begins to crack. It's all part of my autumn almanac. Breeze blows leaves of a musty coloured yellow. So I sweep them in my sack. Yes,
Radio Lewes. Local webcasting for a worldwide audience.
From 1972, that was The Pretty Things with Havana Bound.
We're smiling at each other.
And we're smiling. And before that was The Kinks with Autumn Almanac. I like the bit about the poor rheumatic back.
There you are. You threw me with that. I didn't know you were going to say something like that. That is. We can't keep talking about ailments, but that really does work for both of us, doesn't it? Poor rheumatic back.
I'm aching like a good one today. I'm got tablets rattling in my pocket. I should take them afterwards, and I was going to say I'm going to be drugged up to the eyeballs.
Oh, bless.
I'll be floating down the road.
Now, that would have meant something different when we first would have heard The Pretty Things, wouldn't it? A long time ago.
This is true, yeah.
We were just talking about them, actually, as to the fact that whether it's through the lack of a huge hit, I mean, anyone who really is mad on The Pretty Things would say, no, their career was massively successful, and it was at a different type of...
Sort of an underground...
Yeah.
Band.
Yeah.
Aren't they, really? Because they're big 60s
Kind
album
of and kind of not.
SF Pretty Things?
No, you've thrown me that. Yes, it is. Yes, SF Pretty.
Yeah, that was their psychedelic-y thing. And then they just... You see the footage that came out with this, it's on one of the BBC programmes, and they look like Led Zeppelin. They're all rocked out. It's quite cool. So a lot of these bands just grew their hair.
Yeah. And we were saying a couple of the people that have been in it. One was we think.
I would look it up, but you can't rely on Wikipedia.
You certainly can't.
We know Jeff Beck was certainly in there, and I thought Mick Ralphs was.
And my feeling is, and I'm not just saying that, I think he was too, but unlike you, I think it was he came from there rather than he went from there.
I will dive into the wiki and have a look.
Yeah, have a look at that.
Because the people at home will be poised on the edge of their seats now.
They certainly will.
What about Mick Ralphs, they'll be saying?
And the other two people that we haven't mentioned that are probably even more famous.
Yeah, there's probably a few. Oh, dear.
But, yeah, that was a good track, though. So
well, thank you very much. I've got loads. Should we squeeze another one in? It's a bit of an unknown band, this one. See if I don't know if you'll get this one.
Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, I love you. Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, it's true. I love you more than ever, girl, I do. I want you in the morning, girl, I love you. I want you at the moment I feel blue. I'm living every moment, girl, for you. Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, I love you. Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, it's true. I love you more than ever, girl, I do. Rhythm and blues.
Oh dear,
what a shambles.
What a shambles. Anybody that was listening and we said, oh, Jeff Beck was in the Yardbirds. No, he wasn't. He wasn't in the Pretty Things, he was in the Yardbirds.
Yeah.
Mick Ralphs wasn't in any of them. I don't know where he came from in the head. So we'll forget we ever had that conversation, listener.
Yeah. And
that last track was the Beatles.
we got that. But what was worse was you saying Jeff Beck was in the Pretty Things as me sitting there nodding along going, yeah. I've no idea.
And then this little light bulb came on our heads and it was... Actually, it's the Yardbirds.
Yeah, that's it. They're like the Pretty Things, only spelt totally different.
In my head, they're clumped in the same.
Yeah.
Them two bands.
Shall I say they are in mine as well?
Yeah. Well, because they were sort of not massive. They were just sort of bubbling under, you know? Like the Yardbirds.
You're digging a hole.
Yeah, I know I am. I'm doing what
honestly,
Ben does.
let's just get away from this subject. Totally no idea.
Oh dear,
anyway, that is a great lesson on the perils of Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Don't go near it.
Don't go near it.
If you're doing a radio show.
It's... No, it's wrong. I'm gonna put a record on. I'm gonna get us out of this hole. It's the Who. Got to have that really loud.
Great stuff.
Love the drumming on that. There's a good little film that went with that with Moaning. He's got the headphones while he's drumming gaffer taped to his head with a whole roll. And I thought, you look at it, you think, how on earth are you going to get that off your head, mate? But then he wouldn't bother now, would he? He's been dead for 20 years.
Bless him.
Maybe more than that, probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was going to tell you
Yep.
that I saw a piece of footage. It's my usual piece of nonsense from me, in that I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw some footage just recently, and it was like at a party. It was in the 60s, and it had there was Donovan there. There was, I know where I've seen it. It was watching a YouTube video of All You Need Is Love.
Yeah.
And you can see Lennon, obviously the Beatles,
Yeah.
the Rolling Stones
Yeah,
are
they're
there.
all sitting there.
And there's a couple of other people, but Mike Nesmith from the Monkees
is there. Is Leo Sayer there?
Leo Sayer is...
Just checking.
He's not there. I nearly said thankfully. I did say it, I've just realised.
You just said it
He's
twice.
not there. No, he's not there. But Michael Nesmith is. And that kind of surprised me in a way. I know Mike Nesmith was...
he was the angry one, wasn't he? He said, I'm a musician.
Yeah. It was just the thought that if you were talking 1967, I just imagined them making like a breakthrough and being in America.
They came to England, didn't they?
Did they now?
Yeah, the Monkees toured the UK.
See, I knew you'd know that. They did
They did tour the UK, yeah. And that's when there was a bigger hoo-ha, wasn't there? Because he wanted to play live and his management wanted him to mime.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have any of it. He said, no we can play.
No.
And they could play.
They could. No,
Yeah.
it's a really... I've got a good Monkees... Well, I've got a few Monkees albums. I've got a good one at home, and it's got a lovely little booklet in it. And it does tell you all about the session musicians and the whole
blue
thing.
one.
Yeah, and it's well, it's too long to go into here, but it is a real shame.
Yeah, we've only got 10 minutes left.
Oh, right, okay. I won't go into that. But anyway, the story that I remember believing when I was quite young, that it was some form of a con and that therefore they couldn't play live, etc., and all that, is not the actual truth. They really did want to do it.
But obviously on the television programme, they were miming to their single.
Exactly.
I mean, it was a brilliant way of getting your song out there, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, the Beatles, they tried it with a cartoon. There was a Beatles cartoon in America, which I've actually got a DVD of them all. And it's the voices aren't them. It's Americans doing... It's much like Yellow Submarine, where the Beatles weren't nothing to do with it until it started making money.
You've made me think of the Stan and Ollie cartoon. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Stan and Ollie. Let's Google it. Oh, well, we're getting into the end, so, well...
What should we have?
This is the one I worked in this morning because it keeps on raining. So we'll have a bit of Led Zeppelin. from Led Zeppelin 4, that was When the Levee Breaks, because it keeps on raining.
It does. I was going to do the weather forecast.
You was. You've got to put your coat on and go out in the car park.
It's raining.
It's raining again. I bought some wet weather trousers yesterday.
And there's a thought.
And I thought,
there's a sight.
And this morning, I put my coat on and says, are you wearing your trousers? Oh, it's not going to rain. Got round the corner, it absolutely lashed down.
It's
and all I got from my dear lady was,
yeah,
I've got mine on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simon, don't forget your trousers.
Don't forget your trousers. I like to be different. Well, we come to the last record, so thank you very much for coming and joining me on this Thursday
hopefully do
live.
it again sometime.
We will do. I think we'll take over. Ben doesn't like doing live with me anymore. Oh dear.
What should we have to finish?
Well, for the last track, I did send you a text in the week about this one. It's David Bowie.
Oh.
And it's Thursday's Child, because it was 20 years old on Monday, and I thought, I can't believe that. It's 20 years old.
Does seem strange, doesn't it, to think of that. This is a lovely track.
It's a lovely track, so enjoy it. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Si, that's been John. This is Radio Lewes, where the music matters. Thursday Live. Until next time, David Bowie with Thursday's Child. Bye-bye.
Bye.
No, it's not. I've pushed the wrong button again.
All of my life I tried so hard, doing my best with what I had. Nothing much happened all the same. Something about me stood apart, a whisper of hope that seemed to fail me
seeing my past to let it go. Only tomorrow, only for you. I don't regret that I was first his child. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday born, I was first his child. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday born, I was first his child. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday born, I was Tuesday, Wednesday born, I was Tuesday, Wednesday born, I was Tuesday, Wednesday born, I was
Radio Lewes. Local webcasting for a worldwide audience.